Good morning, dear students and friends. Dear students, today I will show you some words, that is, adjectives, to describe people. At least 54 on words I have taken today. So let's get started. What are the words which I have taken today to describe people? So pay attention to the words and its pronunciation and uses as well. Clear? First word which I have taken is sentimental, which means marked or governed by a feeling, sensibility, or emotional idealism. In a sentence, how we can use she kept the hat he gave her for sentimental reasons. Second word which is used as an adjective to describe people is self-assured. Self-assured means having or showing confidence in yourself and your abilities. In a sentence, how we can use Adrian is a self assured employee who shares his ideas to everybody. Generous, willing to give more of something that is expected. For example, Anne and her friends are known to be generous givers. Affectionate, readily feeling or showing fondness or tenderness. For example, the affectionate couple had a wonderful date on Valentine's Day. Similarly, uh, Sassiduous. Sassiduous, showing great care, attention, and effort. For example, Mrs. Perkins inspired her students with her assiduous characters. Next one is innovative, introducing ideas, original and creative in thinking. For example, they are the most creative and innovative engineers in their class. Next one is victorious, having won a victory or a sense of fulfillment. For example, Nathan was victorious in winning the Employee of the Month title. Tranquil, calm and peaceful and without noise, violence and worry. For example, the tranquil organization is determined to share peace to the community. And entrepreneurial, having to do with the creation or development of economic ventures. For example, the Rising Advertising Agency was founded by a group of entrepreneurial students. Vigorous, strong, healthy, and full of energy. For example, it was a tough game for the vigorous soccer players. And venturesome, willing to take risk or embark on difficult courses of action. For example, the venturesome hiker decided to climb the mountain by himself. Melodious, pleasant and relaxing to listen to. For example, Francis was famous for being a melodious genius in his family. Gregarious, someone who enjoys being in crowds and socializing. For example, the gregarious best friends were always the life of the party. Joyous, full of happiness and joy. For example, Santa Claus was a joyous and friendly giver or two nice children. Expansive of a person or their manner, open, demonstrative, and communicative. For example, she felt expansive and inclined to talk. Convivial, convivial, pleasant and friendly in manner or attitude. For example, the convivial best friends cheered their classmate with enthusiasm. Clumsy, moving or doing things in a very awkward way. For example, Andrew is very clumsy. He trips or drops something almost every day. Lethargic, characterized by laziness or lack of energy. For example, Michael was too lethargic to notice his boss catch his sound asleep. Adventurous, not afraid to take risk or to try new and exciting experiences. For example, Megan is an adventurous woman. Every summer she travels by herself to a new place. Sedulous, showing dedications and diligence. For example, the team was incredibly sedulous that they swiftly finished their project. Unpretentious, modest, and does not attempt to impress others. She remained unpretentious despite her rising success. Dejected, sad, or low in spirit. For example, the team was extremely dejected after the loss. Morose, serious, unhappy, and not talking about very much. Sahara is usually a talkative and cheerful student, but today she is morose. Apprehensive, anxious or fearful that something bad or unpleasant will happen. For example, Sophie was apprehensive about her future. Reticent, inclined to be silent or uncommunicative in speech. Joel was reticent to do anything about his career problem. Secretive, not letting other people see or know your thoughts, feelings, action, etc. For example, girls were very secretive about their plans for Debbie's birthday party. Unswerving, not changing or becoming weaker, steady or constant. For example, Erica is an unswerving advocate of equality. Serene, calm, peaceful, and untroubled. For example, Grandpa was known to be a patient and serene fisherman. Lovable, easy to love. Because he was so lovable, John's teacher overlooked his disruptive behavior in class. Decisive, sitting, setting an issue, settling an issue, producing a definite result. The group relied on the capable and decisive leader. Inconsiderate, not thinking about the feelings or needs of other people. Brookie is inconsiderate towards her neighbors. She throws her trash everywhere. Pensive, to be in serious thought or reflection. Jodie is a pensive young woman. She spends a lot of time thinking about the future. Impatient, not willing to wait for something or someone. Annoyed or irritated because you need to wait. For example, after waiting for His friend Joe for 2 minutes. Jack became impatient and wanted to leave. Quick witted, quick witted, quick in perception or understanding. For example, the twins were so quick witted that they won the class debate. Cautious, careful about avoiding danger or risk. We need to be cautious and guard our passports when traveling. Urgent, arrogant, behaving in a proud, unpleasant way, believing you are better than others. Hal can be pretty arrogant. He doesn't listen very much and prefers to hear his own voice. Timid, shy, or showing lack of courage and confidence. Anne is very timid around new people. She often has trouble starting conversations. Absent minded, forgetful, or unaware, often because you are thinking about other things. For example, John is very absent minded. He makes lists to remind himself to do things, but then he forgets where she puts the lists. And chiseled, strongly and clearly defined of our facial features, typically a man's. For example, who has the chiseled body of an athlete. Negative, pessimistic, thinking about only the bad side of something, somebody. Sam complains about everything. She is a really negative person. Charismatic, having great charm or appeal, the ability to attract the attention and admiration of others. Laura was charismatic leader who drew a lot of support for her campaign. Egocentric, thinking only of oneself, self-centered. For example, the eccentric boss claimed all the achievements of his team. Motivated, very enthusiastic or determined because you really want something. For example, the debate team has been practicing every week and was very motivated to win the tournament. Similar adjectives to describe people: adventurous, lovable, impatient, imaginative, inconsiderate. Distressed, feeling or showing extreme unhappiness or pain. Tracy remained undistressed about the car accident for many days. Negligent, failing to take proper care in doing something. For example, Martha scolded her negligent son for breaking a board vase. Conscientious, 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 very careful about doing what you should do, taking care to do things carefully and correctly. For example, Wen wants to lose weight, so she is very conscientious about the food he eats. Feelings of the human body and expression. Adjective to describe people: negative, morose, timid, level headed, motivated, and clumsy, distressed, secretive, pensive, charismatic, etc. Level headed, having the ability to think clearly and to make good decisions even in difficult situations. Jamie is so level headed, he considers all of the consequences before making a decision. Imaginative, having the ability to think of new, exciting, creative, and interesting ideas. Mike and his friend are imaginative children. Right now, they are pretending to guard a castle. Unyielding, someone who is unlikely to be swayed, resolute. For example, Janet is known for her strong and unyielding character at work. Sarcastic, using words that mean the opposite of what you really want to say, especially in order to insult someone, to show irritation, or to be funny. For example, Ron is very sarcastic. It can be hard to understand when he's being serious or joking. Composed, calm, in control of one's emotions, not showing anger or fear. For example, when George's life is stressful, running helps him feel more composed. This was all about your students today, the adjective which is describe the people. So hope this will help you to describe the people whenever you meet a new one, old one, and a fresh one. That's all for today. Thanks and have a nice day, all of you.